Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ivan here. Sorry I've been gone for so long, but I've been kind of busy with just work and a lot of other stuff. And since my locals has still not decided to open up and do anything, it's been kind of boring. I haven't really picked up any decks lately. But this is the deck that I just recently just finished. First of all, I just want to say this is just a for fun deck because this deck kind of sucks because of the amount of limitations they put on these cards. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. The deck is Meklords. So these are this is like the newer card, the Meklord Nucleus Infinity Core. This card basically searches out your Meklord spells and traps. Whenever it's normal or special summoned, you can search any of your spell or trap that has the name Meklord in it. It also has another effect that the first time it would be destroyed by, I think, battle. Yeah. It's not destroyed, so it has 0 attack, so that kind of comes up every once in a while. And whenever this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon any Meklord Emperor monster that's a different attribute from it. So pretty much anyone but Weissel, which is kind of sucky because that's like the best one. But this card's really good. It really helps the deck out. Then the next card, the Meklord Army Deployer Obligado. This card, during your main phase, you can destroy it. And it'll let you summon 2 Meklord Army monsters from your deck. But for the rest of your turn, you can't special summon anything except for machine monsters. So that's how they kind of like neutered this card, because this card would have been really good for this deck. Just it would have let you make like any Link 2 or any Exceeds monster you want. Then it also has another effect that whenever this card's sent to the graveyard, you can activate the effect. Then at your end phase, you can inflict 100 damage for each Meklord monster you have face up on your field. Most of the time it's just going to be like 100 damage, which really isn't anything. But this card's really cool. I think it's, you know, maybe it might see a little play when something like that you need machine monsters gets better. Then for your Meklord Army cards, you have a Meklord Army of Granul. They all have the same effect. They gain 100 attack for each Meklord monster you control. This one, whenever it's normal summon, you can target a monster your opponent controls, and you half its attack to the end phase. Not really relevant, doesn't really come up too often, but just a decent effect to have. Then Meklord Army of Skeel. Skeel, his effect is whenever it's destroyed by battle, which kind of sucks. If it was destroyed by anything, that'd be cool. But whenever it's specifically destroyed by battle, you can special summon a Meklord Army card from your deck, which would be Granul, Skeel, or Weissel. Weissel is honestly the worst one, even though he has like the most attack, or it has the most attack. It basically just gives any monster trample damage, but it has to be another monster. It can't give it to itself, which is kind of sucky. Then for your Meklord Emperor cards, 2 Meklord Emperor Weissel. All the Meklord Emperor monsters have the same effect, that whenever a card on your field is destroyed, you can special summon them from your hand. And then Weissel has the effect that he can negate 1 spell per turn. And they also have another effect that they can like absorb a synchro monster. So you basically attach it to Weissel as a material. And then your other Meklord Emperor card is Granul. Granul, he has another effect that it gains, its attack is equal to half of your life points. So if you have 8,000, he's a huge monster at 4,000 attack. And then Granul also has another effect that a synchro monster that equipped to it, you can actually special summon it to your side of the field, which is pretty cool. Those are the only ones I'm playing. I don't think Skeel is any good, so I decided not to play it. Then this is one of the newer ones, Meklord Emperor Weissel, the Synchro Absorption. If you watch the anime, this is the one when he absorbs Stardust Dragon. You can kind of see it right there, like that's Stardust's head. So that's kind of cool. They made it into a real card. This one, you can special summon it during your opponent's turn by sending any Meklord monster on your side of the field to the graveyard. Then you can target one monster on the field, and that monster can't declare an attack that turn. And then it also has another effect that if you're any card that would destroy a card on the field, you contribute this, or actually you destroy it, I'm sorry, and you can negate that. So it's kind of like a little bit of, it would have been cool if it was just like negate anything, but that would be like just too good. And then this is your new boss monster, 3 Meklord Astro Dragon Triskelion. It has 3,000 attack. This one, it can only be special summoned by banishing 3 Meklord monsters from your graveyard. And then whenever it attacks, you look at your opponent's extra deck, and if they have a synchro monster there, you can equip it to this card, and it gets that much attack of the synchro monster, and then it can also attack 3 times that turn. So if you can get this effect off, which most of the time you will, because almost every deck right now, because of Needle Fiber, is still playing synchro monsters. And even like decks like Infernal Wolves, they also play a synchro monster. Almost every deck, I think, plays a synchro monster. The rock deck, I forgot the name of it at the moment. That they have their own synchro monster, so they're always playing a synchro monster. I think every deck except probably dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, not from what I know, don't play any synchro monsters. Sorry, I got the Corona cough going. Then I'm playing the one Dragon Buster for the Dragon Buster lock. Lock your opponent out of the extra deck. Everybody should know what that card does by now. Then for hand traps, I'm playing 3 Ash Blossom and 3 Veiler. You can't play Nibiru in this deck because you lock yourself into machines, and it's just really hard to like actually resolve it. And you also can't play Gamma for the same reason. That's why it kind of sucks. They kind of made this support was really good, but they kind of made it too fair, and that's what made it like not as broken as it should be. Because a lot of these cards do have like good effects and stuff. It's just that they have so many limitations on them that it makes it just not that good. Then going into the spells, you have 3 Meklord Assembly. This is your continuous spell. Whenever it's activated, you can search your deck and add any Meklord monster to your hand. Then once a turn, you can do both these effects once a turn. Whenever a card on your field is destroyed, you can destroy 1 face-up spell or trap on your opponent's side of the field. I wish that would have just been any spell or trap. It wouldn't have to be just face-ups. That would have been really good. And then it also has another effect. You can discard a card, and then you can destroy one monster you control. So that can set off your Meklord monsters. Then, since you're going to be destroying your own stuff all the time, 3 Supply Squad. This is basically like your draw engine. Every time a card's destroyed, you draw a card, basically. And these do stack, so if you have 2 of them, you get to resolve 2 of them. The one Called by the Grave, 1 for 1 to get out your core, because core gets the deck started. Because then you can search core, you can search assembly, then you can search any Meklord monster from your deck. That's it for the spells. For the traps, 3 impermanents. I try to make it as competitive as possible, so I'm still playing the impermanents. You can probably just side these out. If you don't have them, you could probably just play like Solemn Judgment or any generic trap that you think is good. And then 2 Meklord Astro the Eradicator. This card is, man, just like one step away from being broken. Basically, you target 3 Meklord monsters in your graveyard, and you can either decide to special summon all of them, or you can add them to your hand. So this lets you get like because you kind of go through your monsters pretty quickly in this deck. But then I honestly always forget about this too. I cheated a bunch of times doing it, I'm not gonna lie. Until the end of your next turn, you can't special summon any machine monsters. So that's just what really hurt this card, because if it didn't have that 1 line of text on it, this card would be super good. It's still pretty decent, but it's not that like broken, I guess you could say. Then it also has another effect that if this is in your graveyard and your opponent controls a synchro monster, you can banish this from your graveyard and you destroy that synchro monster, and your opponent takes damage equal to that monster's attack. Not really relevant, because most of the time they're going to be summoning something like Borreload Savage Dragon, or yeah, that's pretty much like the only synchro monster they consistently summon, besides like the Noble Knight guy. But it doesn't really ever happen. That's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. The deck, it's pretty cool. I've always liked the Meklord monsters. Then the extra deck, it doesn't really matter. That's why I kind of want, if I had them, I would probably be playing Pot of Extravagance in this build, just to let you get to your deck, to your good cards faster, because you don't even really need your extra deck. I am playing I'm not even going to show the whole extra deck. I'm just going to show you basically what you're going to need for the whole like little combo you can do, which is basically Union Carrier, because it's a machine Union monster you can play, and then Cleafort Genius. It's also machine. Link 2, and then Girgigan X. Can search pretty much any monster from your deck, and you can make it with the 2 targets from the Obligado or whatever. So basically what you want to try to get is like something like this, to where you can just summon out, like, it doesn't really matter which ones. I'm just going to try to do this really quickly, just to show you like how this deck kind of plays. And where's the stupid Buster guy? Sorry, I probably should have had the cards ready, my bad. So basically what you want to do is you have to have some way to get to this guy. So let's say you already have him in your hand or whatever. You would activate your Meklord Assembly. You would search out your Weissel. You would summon your Obligado, activate its effect, destroying itself to let you summon your 2 from your deck. Then you would chain Weissel. So you would summon out these 2 guys. They summon in defense mode, I'm sorry. You would have your Weissel on the field. Then you could destroy a card on your opponent's field if they had one face up. Then these 2, you would link them away for your Union Carrier. Union Carrier would target Weissel, and you can equip your Destruction Sword to it. So your opponent can't summon from the extra deck, and then you have 1 negate, 1 spell negate. It's not like the most broken thing ever, but like other cards like these can help you out. It's not like this. It's not like a super unbreakable board, but it's something, generic. Honestly, the thing you really just want to do is try to get out your big guy as soon as possible and just OTK them. That's why I think one card that I'm really missing right now is Harpy's Feather Duster, just to get rid of all those pesky back rows. And I don't have one at the moment. I don't plan on buying one because they're just kind of expensive right now. I'm kind of waiting to see if we get a reprint or not. But yeah, guys. Basically, like I said, this is just a fun deck. It's not ever going to be like a YCS topping deck. I seriously doubt it will, unless they get some crazy support in the future, or there's just some guy that finds out like a secretly good build that nobody's been able to mess with because they just didn't want to bother with this deck. But this deck's, not anything crazy. Everything's super cheap too, so it is really, really budget, besides like the staples that you decide you want to play. But yeah, guys, till next time, this is your boy Ivan, and I'll see you guys later.